So this is the difficult question, where to start. Should we start with explaining to people how certain things work and then showing it and that's enough and then they just see its application? Or my approach is always, I think the best way to communicate science and do something with science is through these DIY practices, to let people make stuff. And even if they fail, I believe they'll learn more about certain scientific issues or technologies than just by seeing some nice video or discussing it directly with the scientists or these other techniques which are much more about just communication. So for me, the level of making prototypes, working with people like materially is the entry, like the most important thing.
Okay, so in my work, science, art, and technology, they all link to each other because, and they always have. And one of the most prominent ways that these things have all connected since since as far back as humans can remember is that artists aren't only expressing media, but they have to invent media. So some of the, for example, earliest artists were also chemists, and they were trying to figure out how to create certain chemistries for paints and painting. And so these artists not only had to consider like the colors and trying to create chemical compositions for colors, but they were also looking at, well, how can we make these colors last over a long period of time? So they were thinking about pigments, the archival quality of pigments, and then later on, a new technology was invented, which was the tube. And now you could put paint in a tube, and that meant that studios could now be mobile, and artists were able to leave their studio and go out into public spaces and paint public scenes, landscapes, and over the years, the media keeps advancing. And now today, we have digital media. And that's one of the emergent mediums of today. And so if you're an artist who's working with emergent mediums, your chances are you're an artist who's innovating those mediums as well.
The best that could happen would be that I am absolutely surprised by the outcome. In other words, I couldn't possibly tell you what the best would be, but that we have, as a result of this, some sort of engagement, some sort of discussion, some sort of new ways of thinking that come out of it, that then go out in the world, not only that I'm taking these for my own purposes, but in 1,000 different ways by 1,000 different people. And since the project here is about democracy, that maybe in some way, somehow, it makes for a more civil society, a society that is more functional and that we can get through the next 4 years and beyond.